No, I just now cold is starting, but I hope it will be okay. नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादि पश्चात्य देशतारिणे ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देगं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सखगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सखगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धो जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ईश्वरा परम कृष्णा सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंद सर्व कारण कारणम हरे कृष्णा. By Lord Sri Krishna's causeless mercy, we are nicely progressing in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and we finished about 17 slokas in the 7th chapter. So now Krishna is talking about the 4 types of people who approach Krishna. So whatever be the reason, it's very important that we should go to Krishna, we should approach Krishna. Even they say that it's said that even Kamsa was remembering Krishna all the time as an enemy, but still he was remembering Krishna. So remembering Krishna is very important thing, because Krishna simply says, Antakalecha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati sa madbhavam yati nasti atra samsaya. So at the time of death, if anyone remembers me, he will come to me. Not as a friend or enemy or nothing, but if you remember Krishna, that is the main thing. So there is an Ajamila story also like that. So remembering Krishna at the time of death is very important. But for us, that doesn't mean that we have to become an enemy of Krishna and remembering him. But the point here is that Krishna is saying 4 types of people will come to me. That is the main thing. Artho, Jijnasu, Artharthi, Jnani, Cha, Bharatarshava. So when we go to Krishna, when we worship Krishna, even if we want material gains, if we go to Krishna, then we are really great. We are doing the right thing. So, Kanshantaga Karmanam Siddhim Yajanta Iha Devataga. So, sometimes people go to other demigods, other gods and worship them and ask for benefits, material gains. But if you go to Krishna, then things will change actually. If you go and ask Krishna, I want this, I want that, finally we will fall in love with Krishna and we'll tell Krishna that Krishna, I don't want anything, I want only you. That's why Dhruva Maharaj's story also is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So, because if you go to Krishna, if you worship Krishna, we connect ourselves with Krishna, that's a different relationship basically. It will take us to a spiritual level. Because Krishna is so beautiful and so charming, and even in Brahma Samhita, in one verse, Lord Brahma is singing that Venum Kwanantam Aravinda Dalayataksham Barghavatam Samasitam Puta Sundarangam Kantarpakoti Kamaniya Visesa Sobam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So Krishna, when he was playing in his flute, with his body tinged with the hue of blue clouds, that's what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj he translates very nicely, because that Brahma Samhita is translated in English by Srila Prabhupada's Guru. The English is very tough, but it's very, very nice. The meaning of Brahma Samhita itself is very, very nice. So, Venum Kwanantam Aravinda Dalayadaksham. So his eyes blooming like lotus petals. That's what Aravinda Dalaya Daksham. So Venum, Kwanantam, Venum with flute. So with flute in his hand and with his blooming eyes like lotus petals, Venum Kwanantam Aravinda Dalaya Daksham, Barhavatamsam Asitambuta Sundarangam. Barhavatamsam, his head bedecked with peacock's feather. So, and then his threefold bending Syamasundara form is so beautiful. Krishna is so beautiful that Kantarpakoti Kamaniya Visesa Sobam. So his Visesa Sobam, his beautiful form. So by seeing Krishna's beautiful form, millions of cupids, there is Gandharvas. So they are Gandharvas are already, they are very beautiful. In Gandharva Loka, they look really very beautiful. But they are so much attracted to Krishna's beauty. So that's why Kantarpa Koti, Kamaniya Visesa Sobam, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So I worship that Govinda, who is the primeval Lord, who is the Adi Purusha. I worship him. That's what Brahma is saying every sloka, the fourth line, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So for us, when we go to Krishna, we will fall in love with Krishna. That's the main thing. That's what is needed. Ourselves falling in love with Krishna, remembering Krishna, and doing everything for Krishna. That's what is needed. Because in this material world, everything else is going to bring us trouble other than connecting ourselves with Krishna. Because that's what only will bring us happiness. Yata Deepo Niva Tasto Nengate Sopama Smrita Yogino Yata Chittasya Yunjato Yogam Atmanak. So, a lamp in a windless place. Yatha Deepo. Deepo means a deepa, a lamp. Deepo. Yatha Deepo Nivatasta. Nivatasta means it's a lamp in a windless place, doesn't waver. Yatha Deepo Nivatasto Nengate. Nengate means it doesn't waver. Sopama Smrita. Yogino Yata Chittasya Yunjato Yogam Atmanagam. These yogis also, their chitta, their thoughts should not go here and there. Their mind should not go here and there. You should stand very steady like a lamp in a windless place. So then we will find happiness. And how that is going to be possible? How our mind should not go anywhere? So that means our mind should be only with Krishna. Mayavesya mana manoyema. Mayeva mana adatsva. Mayi buddhim nivese. So everything Krishna is always saying that your mind, fix your mind on me, focus your intelligence on me. All these things. So these things will actually, when that can happen, only when we will fall in love with Krishna. Otherwise, how we can remember Krishna? If we don't even know about Krishna, if we don't even like Krishna, then how it is possible for us to remember Krishna? So that way, in this relationship with Krishna, it is not based on just out of like he's superior, he's the supreme personality of God. Krishna is supreme and we are subordinate, so we need to surrender to him. Not like that, not like in the material when we see the relationships that somebody is boss. So boss can rule, boss can say, if boss says, because I said so, you have to do. It's not like that. Here Krishna is not our boss, Krishna is our lover. That's what we need to understand. So that kind of loving relationship, if we develop towards Krishna, that is going to be possible only with the knowledge. Because if you have the knowledge, otherwise this artho, jijnasu, arthati, jnani-cha, bharatarshava. That's what we studied in this sloka. So 4 kinds of persons will come to. But whatever reason you go to Krishna, finally what is going to happen is that we are going to get the knowledge, we are going to become jnani. That's what is going to happen. See Arjuna in the beginning, he went to Krishna. Even Krishna was with him. Krishna was with Arjuna all the time. But he actually asked Krishna to teach Bhagavad Gita because he was in distress. But finally, Arjuna just did what Krishna asked him to do. How it was possible for him to do? Because Arjuna told Krishna that, how can I counterattack with arrows? Katam Bhishma Maham Sanke Dronam Cha Madhusudana Isubigi Pratiyotsyami Pujarga Varisudana. How can I counterattack with arrows? My teacher Drona, my grandfather Bhishma, all such things he told Arjuna told Krishna that he cannot fight, he cannot do. But how he was able to do? Because he was not doing because he was afraid of Krishna. Because otherwise Krishna will get angry like that. But he wanted to please Krishna. He wanted to make sure that Krishna will be very, very pleased with him, his activities. That is the reason he was fighting for Krishna. And why he wanted to please Krishna? Because he loves Krishna so much than anyone else. At that point of time, Bhishma didn't come in front of him. Bhishma, he didn't think about Bhishma. He didn't think about Drona. He didn't think about the sons of Dhritarashtra. Arjuna told Krishna there, Yaneva gatva najiji visamaga. If I kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, Yaneva gatva najiji visamaga te avasita pramuke dardarashtranaga. So those sons of Dhritarashtra, they are standing in front of me. But if I kill them, then I don't want to live. I don't care about my life if I kill them. But did he worry about that when he finally shot arrows at them and killed everyone in the battlefield, in that battle? Because Arjuna was just wanted to please Krishna. That is the main thing. So that should be an attitude we should get with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, because all these things happened because Arjuna got the knowledge. Arjuna became a jnani. Even though he went to Krishna because of the artho, but he became a jnani with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that's what happens to all of us in this material world. When we realize that we are struggling, we are suffering in this material world, then we go to Krishna because Krishna is the ultimate, he is the savior. So he can only help us. He can only relieve us from all these problems. So, but naturally when we go to Krishna, then we will fall in love with Krishna. That is the main thing. So once we fall in love with Krishna, so then our life will be so beautiful, so wonderful. All the time remembering Krishna only, focusing our mind on Krishna only. So that should be the way of our life. In fact, our life from beginning in this world, that kind of the atmosphere, the environment, everything should be like that. But unfortunately, it is not like that. But fortunately, we have got this opportunity to make it like that. So that means whatever reason we are studying and understanding Bhagavad Gita, but the end result is that we will become jnanis. That is the main thing. We will become very knowledgeable in this Bhagavad Gita jnani. So, and once we have this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we become jnanis, then we will go and share this knowledge with everyone else. We are not going to sit idle. We are not going to just, because this is knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, this is the one thing without any envy, without any greediness. We can share it with everyone. We don't have to keep with us. We don't have to be misers in this regard. Because the more and more we can spread this knowledge, we can give this knowledge, the more devotees we make. It's already happening. Krishna is bringing us so many opportunities actually to do that right now. Right now we are growing. We are like any company, any industries, they have got their plans, their growth, like every year, how much they are growing, every quarter, how much they are growing. So here, Krishna has got plans for us. Krishna is fixing the targets for us. So it is Krishna's company, it's Krishna's business. What business? Krishna's business? Studying Bhagavad Gita, teaching Bhagavad Gita, making devotees. That's what is Krishna's business. And now we have got a very strong team. Now we are planning a lot of things. We are planning seminars, webinars, and a lot of things. It's so wonderful. Like yesterday evening in our class, in yesterday's class, at the end we discussed about this, and then we put a WhatsApp group. Immediately within few hours, the entire first link itself, 250 people joined. So this is amazing. It's so much amazing. So it's very, very nice. Now then afterwards, I got a call with a very college chairman. So he was telling that we should start these classes to the students. So starting from first year onwards. So we will plan, we'll assign some faculties doing this, all those things. Krishna is arranging everything. Krishna is doing it so nicely. Everything happens by Krishna's mercy here. So this is all Krishna's plans. And now we are developing, we are growing. But what is our goal here? Our end goal, our primary goal, all the goal, everything is only Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita. That's it. We will stick to Bhagavad Gita, not anything more than that. And we will teach Bhagavad Gita. And then we will make so many devotees. And then those devotees all can do the same thing of spreading this Bhagavad Gita. Then based on Bhagavad Gita, if we act, if we do everything based on Bhagavad Gita, so that means our only goal is to please Krishna. That is Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. That's what is going to please Krishna. Because Krishna is saying that Surdam Sarva Bhutanam. Surdam Sarva Bhutanam means I am the well-wisher of all living beings. So Krishna is a friend to everyone. So Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. We should work for the benefit of everyone. Because materially speaking, we get whatever we want. Everything comes more than what we need. Because everything is supplied by Krishna. Everything is coming from Krishna. We really don't have to really work very hard to get anything, because everything Krishna will create. Yesterday there was one good question, Shiva Prabhu asked, I was answering. I was telling myself as an example, and not only myself, I have seen many devotees in our team also as an example actually. Even Timir Prabhu is a very great example, like how we, materially speaking, everything coming. So for all of us, it is Krishna's mercy. Everything will come on our way. Krishna will take care of us fully. But our goal is only to study Bhagavad Gita, teach Bhagavad Gita, to spread this and make as many devotees as possible, because this is what is needed in this society, in this country, everywhere, in this world. The world will become very much better if this Bhagavad Gita knowledge grows everywhere. That is the main. That's why Srila Prabhupada took that initiative at that very old age. When he was at the age of 70, he came all the way to US, and then he started this ISKCON, and then he wrote this Bhagavad Gita as it is. So because of that, we are studying Bhagavad Gita. So that way, this Krishna's service, this teaching Bhagavad Gita, studying Bhagavad Gita, teaching Bhagavad Gita, all the time talking about the Bhagavad Gita, that's what is going to keep us connected with Krishna. Because as we were discussing all along through this class, today's class, this love towards Krishna is the very important. So that love, if we are loving Krishna, that means we want to hear from our lover. We want to hear from Krishna. So Krishna we can love Krishna as a father, as a son, as a friend. Anyway, we can love Krishna. So that is the main thing. So that's why Krishna himself uses this word Priya, Priyamana. So Priya. So that's what he says, Krishna. Yattegam Priyamanaya Vakshyami Hitakamaya. Because I love you so much. I am giving you this knowledge. Yattegam Bhuyayeva Mahabhago Sunume Paramam Vasaga. Yattegam Priyamanaya Vakshyami Hitakamaya. That's what Krishna is telling Arjuna. Krishna is in fact literally telling Arjuna that, oh Arjuna, I love you. I love you, Arjuna. I love you. So Krishna is loving everyone. Krishna loves all of us. But we should also love Krishna. That is the main thing. So how that is going to happen? That's going to happen only by listening to him, by hearing from him. So that is Krishna is talking to us only in Bhagavad Gita, not by any other means. Because in Bhagavad Gita, every sloka when we study, Krishna, our Supreme Lord Shri Krishna is actually directly talking to us. He's giving all the knowledge, instructions. We are knowing that what we need to do for Krishna. He's giving the energy, he's giving the strength. Everything needed, Krishna will take care. That is the main thing. So that way, we have a very great future. There is no doubt about it. So if we use Bhagavad Gita as an investment, we can bring a lot of goodness in this world. So that's why this is a very important science, because it is a science of Bhagavad Gita. So as long as if we limit ourselves only to the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so without ourselves trying to put in our own thoughts, so then we will be very safe. We will be able to Krishna's mercy. We will be able to deliver this knowledge everywhere. So then that's what is very important. So that's why I'm telling all those things today. Because in this sloka, Krishna is saying that in this sloka, what we studied yesterday, Krishna said that out of those 4 people, Tesam Jnani Nityayuktaga Eka Bhaktihi Visisyate Priyohi Jnanino Dyartham Aham Sacha Mama Priyaga. The Priya. So I love him. So the Jnani, the knowledgeable person, I love him so much, and he also loves me so much. That is the main thing. So that love, that Priya. So that's what is very important. Tesam satata yuktanam bhajatami priti. Priti. Out of love, priti purvakam. So that's why this knowledge is very, very important. Otherwise, everything else in this material world is very dry. When we live here, when we want to do a lot of other activities, it's all simply idiotic and foolish. Without remembering Krishna, without connecting with Krishna, anything we do is simply useless, baseless. No, it has no meaning. So only this Bhagavad Gita knowledge only brings everything, our life very, very purposeful. So that's why it's very, very important. Krishna is saying that. So that's why it's very, very important that for us to have this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, to understand this fully. Because once we understand this knowledge fully, all the 18 chapters, 700 slokas completely, then we will be able to live with this knowledge. We will be able to really remember every sloka, our own God, Supreme God, when He talks to us, because He loves us so much, He gives this knowledge. When we repeatedly listen to Him, understand this knowledge, it's going to bring so much of peace in our life, happiness in our life. Because Krishna is saying that, Nahi jnanena sadasam pavitram vidyade tatsvayam yoga samsiddhaka kalena atmanimnadi. But Krishna also is saying that Sraddhavan labate jnanam tatparaga samyatendrika jnanam labdva param santim nachirena adhigacchati. Jnanam labdva. Once we get this knowledge, then we are going to get the supreme peace of mind. So the peace, Krishna is saying in many places, what is the way to get peace of mind? Like Vihaya Kamanya Sarvan Pumam Charati Nispragaga Nirmamo Nirakankaraga Sasantim Adhigacchati. So one who is able to give up all varieties of desires for sense gratification and claims for proprietorship and give up the false ego, then he will get the peace of mind. Apuryamanam achala pradishtam samudramapa pravisanti tadvat kamayam pravisanti sarve sasantim apnoti nakama kami. So even though the samudra, the ocean is filled with water from all directions from the rivers, but the level of the ocean is not disturbed. So similarly, even though so many desires are entering into our mind, if our mind is not disturbed, then we will get peace of mind. And how all this peace of mind is going to come? Simply, jnanam labdva param santi nachirena adhigacchati. Simply by getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are going to get supreme peace of mind. Idam jnanam upasitya mamasadharnyam agataga. Simply by getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are going to go to Krishna's well. So by getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are going to get supreme peace of mind and happiness. And by getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are going to go to Krishna's world in Goloka. That is our own place. And we are going to lead a permanent blissful life there. So then how important it is for us to only focus on this in our life, studying Bhagavad Gita, and focus and spreading Krishna's message and teaching Krishna's message. So that's what is very, very important. Very, very important. This is the thing we need to do in our life. And everything else will happen in parallel. We don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to think. We don't have to worry. We don't have to think about what is going to happen to our life tomorrow. What is going to happen to our life? What will happen? There is no need to worry about that. Let us leave that worry. Let us leave that thing to Krishna. There is Krishna has to think about it. It's not we. It's not we have to bother. It's not we should worry about what is going to happen to this, what's going to happen to that. We should not be worrying about anything else in this world, because let Krishna take care of that. So let us leave it to Krishna. That is the main thing. So that way Krishna is saying that in the next sloka, in the sloka number 18, today we are studying. Udaraka sarvaye vaithe jnani tvatmaiva me matham astitaka sahi yuktatma mamevanu gati. So udaraka sarvaye vaithe. So comparing all these four types of persons. So they are all great because they are coming to me. Because they are they are all great. Udaraga sarvaye vaite. Udaraga means magnanimous. They are great. Everyone is great because they are coming to Krishna. So it doesn't matter whether we are already a jnani to go to Krishna. If we are artho, we are distressed. In fact, I went to Krishna first because I was very much distressed. Arjuna went to Krishna because he was very much distressed. I know Timir Prabhu also, when we studied, I'm interacting with him for so long, so there was so much distress. So like that, many of us in this world, so with distress, if we go to Krishna, that is fine. That is good. Because Krishna is saying that Udaraga, it's all good. We are going to Krishna. But Udaraga sarvayevaite jnanitvatmaiva me matam. So once we become jnani, once we get the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then we are not distressed anymore. Sasvachantim nigacchati. Chipram bhavati dharmatma sasvachantim nigacchati. Sasvachantim. Sasvachantim means permanent peace of mind. Sasvachantim. Sasvachantim nigacchati. So we will get there. So that means we will become jnanis. So that's why Krishna is saying that Udaraga sarvayevaite jnanitvatmaiva me matam. Astitaga sagiyuktatma mamevan uttamam gati. So he will be always engaged in my service, thinking that I am the ultimate goal. Mamevam uttamam gati. Uttamam gati means the ultimate goal, the highest destination. So that's what the jnani. So that's what becoming a jnani is very, very important. Jnani means simply knowing the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So in the 13th chapter, Krishna says in 4-5 slokas together, he will list a lot of things. And at the end Krishna says that everything else, whatever I told here is knowledge, and anything other than this is ignorance. That's what. Ajnanam yatato anyaka. Ajnanam yatato anyaka means everything else is ajnana, ignorance. So that's what, if we just fit into all those characteristics, all those qualities Krishna is listing, then we will become jnani. So for that, we just have to have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That's it. We study, understand, follow Bhagavad Gita. So this should be our goal of life. Every day, day by 24/7, all the time, our main goal is only studying Bhagavad Gita. And since with the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we are going to get peace of mind, we are going to go to Krishna as well. So there is jnanam labdva param santim, and mamasa dharmyam agadaga idam jnanam upasitya mamasa dharmyam agadaga. When that is the fact, then we should go and deliver this knowledge to everyone who is ready to accept, who is ready to receive this knowledge. We should give them. We should give this knowledge. So because they are going to get peace of mind, they are going to go to Krishna as well. We are saving them from this material world. So that's what is very, very important. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the sloka number 18 today in the 17th chapter. Hare Krishna. I will stop now and we'll discuss if any questions are there.